everyone, it's me, and today, let's find the legends of the galaxy together. You get it? So it's Guardians of the Galaxy by Legend.
This is Jacob from the Wisecrack channel, and welcome to Film Legends, where the most renowned films of our age battle to be crowned the greatest of all time. We'll be analyzing and awarding points for every single thing a movie does right. Many will compete, but in the end, only the strongest will have what it takes to become film legends. Today's challenger, Guardians of the Galaxy. The opening 1980s prologue cleverly establishes the film's love for 80s pop culture, while also planting the seeds for Peter Quill's emotional arc, here rejecting the impassioned plea of his mother. A prologue done right. Nice intro. Give it up for the great character actor Greg Henry. You've probably seen his face a whole lot as he's appeared in each of James Gunn's previous films.
Good to see you, Greg.
Gunn actually cast the same recurring actors throughout all of his movies. We'll see many faces from his repertory theater later on. The reappearance of the Walkman effortlessly established Peter Quill as the kidnapped child from the opening. Who even needs exposition?
Sweet Fizz.
Quill's attempt to retrieve the orb homages the OG of action-adventure films, Raiders of the Lost Ark. I mean, really, all Quill's missing is the whip. Quill's spaceship, the Milano, is a reference to the 80s teen heartthrob Alyssa Milano.
Ooh la la.
Guardians is filled with these 80s pop culture references. Its soundtrack basically a best-of reflective of Quill's own childhood.
So, having said that, this movie tends to relate more with the older generations because I'm obviously not born in the 80s. I'm not that old, so I'm old already, but come on.
I love the 80s.
A deep-cut cameo by the Marvel Comics character Barit, a former fling not just of Star-Lord, but the Hulk.
Adaptation win.
Ronan's tradition of lying in the blood of Xandarians traces back to ancient biblical tradition, where the so-called righteous would bathe their feet in the blood of enemies.
They call me terrorist, radical, zealot, because I obey the ancient laws of my people, the Kree.
Ronan's dogmatism toward ancient traditions ties him to the current religious fundamentalists of the Middle East.
Timely.
1,000 years of war between us will not be forgotten.
Just like these fundamentalists, Ronan cites a 1,000-year war he must avenge, reflecting the 1,000-year war between Islam and Christendom.
So timely.
We do not do that to each other. We're ravagers.
The villains Ronan and Yondu constantly cite ancient customs as their primary motivation, whereas our heroes, Peter Quill and Gamora, rebel against these customs, marking blind ideology as destructive.
I agree with you. Alright, these traditional mindsets have got to change over the times. It might work back in your days, but it's not going to work in the present day. Heck, it will not work in the future days. They are good references to learn from, but do not learn them directly without being understanding about it, without having an open-minded about it. Without being open-minded about it, yeah.
Deep thoughts.
Deep
I
thoughts.
promised Thanos I would retrieve the orb for him. Only then will he destroy Xandar for me.
Oh, come on, Guardians, you are doing so well avoiding needless exposition. That's gonna cost you.
Exposition failed.
All of them in a big hurry to get from something stupid to nothing at all. Pathetic.
Rocket Raccoon here cites one of the principles of existential nihilism, a belief that human life is insignificant and the world itself devoid of purpose. I will never get sick of these Stan Lee cameos.
He's the best.
Heyo, meet cute alert. Like in every classic rom-com, our two beautiful leads start the film at each other's throats, here well literally. Now that's more like it. The police lineup provides a perfect way to dole out exposition on each of our main characters.
Exposition piece.
So this orb has a real shiny blue suitcase, Ark of the Covenant, Maltese Falcon sort of vibe.
The orb, just like the Maltese Falcon and the Ark of the Covenant, is a textbook MacGuffin, a vaguely defined object that drives the characters in a story.
Hitchcocky.
What is wrong with Giving Tree here?
A reference to the 1964 Shel Silverstein children's book, The Giving Tree, also about a benevolent tree who sacrifices everything to appease his human friend.
Literary illusion.
For Quill, this Walkman is a comfort object, in which adults hang on to childhood belongings for emotional support, suggesting beneath his stoic facade still lurks a broken-hearted child.
Three-dimensional character.
Beefcake shot for the lady.
And the guys too.
That's Lloyd Kaufman, producer of the exploitation film company Troma, which gave director James Gunn his first big break.
Hollywood loyalty.
I like your knife, I'm keeping it.
That was my favorite knife.
Even the minor supporting characters get their own punchlines.
Dialogalicious.
Emperor Palpatine sure ain't the only evil hologram in space.
Sweet biz.
Does Thanos ever get up off that chair? I mean, he's been in 3 films now, yet this supposed big bad is lazier than my best friend Mikey.
Shots fired, Mikey.
Well, he like to sit down and watch, if I'm not wrong, because he has been sitting down for so many times, and even in Endgame, he sits down.
I got one plan, and that plan requires a frickin' Quarnix battery, so figure it out!
Excellent use of mise-en-scène. As Rocket explains his plan, he's undermined in the background by Groot.
Sweet biz.
Mise-en-scène.
This look like a Jackson Pollock painting.
Wow, that's a really dirty joke for a Marvel family film.
I didn't ask to get made! I didn't ask to be torn apart and put back together over and over and turned into some little monster!
Rocket Raccoon's sad lament reflects the anti-natalist philosophy of Arthur Schopenhauer. For Schopenhauer, birth only leads to an existence filled with suffering. It'd be a whole lot easier to not be born in the first place.
I hate babies.
The
No,
collector's
come on, don't do that. No, I have to extremely disagree with you. This style of thinking is just horrible. It will really lead to a downfall of society if we keep it on track.
collection is chock full of deep-cut Marvel references. Cosmo, a telepathic dog, Adam Warlock's cocoon, Chitauri Soldier from the Avengers, Thor lookalike Beta Ray Bill, the Tesseract, Howard the Duck, heck, there's even the evil space slug from James Gunn's horror comic Slither.
Easter egg!
There were 6 singularities. Then the universe exploded into existence, and the remnants of these systems were forged into concentrated ingots.
Proof that Benicio del Toro can deliver all the exposition in the world and still make it interesting.
Awesome! And also, you must recognize that before the 6th singularity, there are the Eternals. Oh no, wait. Not Eternals, it's Darkness. Then Darkness is Celestial, so my bad. I'm sorry. One time. Alright, before the 6 singularities, there are the Darkness, then Lights, then Celestials, which are gods lah, so...
Position beast!
You're right. I was a fool. All the anger, all the rage was just to cover my loss.
Each of the Guardians deal with their own personal loss. For Drax, the loss of his wife and child, Peter, his mother, Gamora, her biological parents. Even the villainous Ronan has suffered the loss of a father.
Meredith Moonlight.
And each of these characters cope with their loss in destructive ways. Drax and Gamora through murder, Peter through general thievery, and Ronan by attempted genocide.
Not gonna lie, this movie is clearly meant to appeal to the more mature folks, maybe from the 80s. They've really suffered the loss, like the childhood memories. It's like who have been through actual real life society.
Yet these destructive coping mechanisms are revealed to be ineffective. It's only through friendship that each character is finally able to cope with their loss. Well, everybody but Ronan. Poor Jaimin Hansu, an Academy Award nominated actor, relegated to just hanging around in the background.
I have lived most of my life surrounded by my enemies.
The Guardians arc from foes to besties goes through each of the Aristotelian stages of friendship: utility, pleasure, and goodness.
Deep thoughts.
In a friendship of utility, friendships are based purely on beneficial value. Quill needs Gamora to sell the orb, Gamora needs Quill because he possesses the orb, and they both need Rocket and Groot to escape the prison.
So I need you, you need me. Both of us need each other for something, not necessarily a friendship, but that's step 1.
This then leads into the second stage, the friendship of pleasure, where people are drawn together because they enjoy each other's company. Finally, in the
Enjoy each other's company.
third stage, the
I like your jokes, you like my jokes. You entertain me, I entertain you.
friendship of goodness, each person brings out the best in one another, much as the Guardians bring out each other's inner hero.
Token unlocked.
Bunch
Friendship.
of jackasses standing in a circle.
Rocket here mocks the cliche where the good guys join together to fight their foe, often while standing in a circle.
Stroke KO.
And then 2 minutes later, Guardians doubles down, mocking the old slow-mo walk cliche. Guardians often juxtaposes drama with comedy, characteristic of the incongruous juxtaposition theory. Per philosopher Francis Hutcheson, comedy derives from a sudden perception shift, like, say, Groot murdering a bunch of people and then smiling back innocently.
Comedy gold.
I know you're both crazy.
A Star Wars shout-out. Nebula, much like Luke, loses her hand and then falls down quite a long ways.
Give her a hand.
In fact, in each of the Phase 2 Marvel films, a character loses a hand. You crafty Marvel executives, you.
Corporate synergy.
You'll die.
We are GROOT.
Huh, so how did he change from I to we, M to R? Huh, interesting.
Can you pause this? I'm sorry, I know I'm supposed to be making a point here, but it's just so sad.
It's okay to feel, Jacob.
A payoff to the prologue, in which Quill refused his mother's hand. Now here he finally takes the hands of his friends, showing emotional growth.
Character arc.
But he was about the only family I had.
No, he wasn't.
Guardians rejects the traditional nuclear family, instead favoring a family of choice, wherein people choose their loved ones based not on blood, but affection.
Family matters.
Family matters. Really love the character arc development. Just amazing.
You're half Terran. Your mother was of Earth. Your father, well, he's something very ancient we've never seen here before.
Nice job setting up the sequel. I'm heading out to Guardians 2 tonight.
And also Eternal Celestial.
Cannot wait.
And who the hell are you?
I'm your dad, Peter.
The anticipation is killing me.
It's really Thanos I need to kill.
Oh, the unending cycle of revenge. Drax's bloodlust echoes the words of French philosopher Simone de Beauvoir, who post-World War II questioned whether revenge could ever truly be satisfied.
Deep thoughts.
You are the light of my life, my precious son, my little Star-Lord.
Aw, Quill wants to be called Star-Lord because it was his ma's nickname for him.
Shyamalan twist.
An emotional twist on what previously seemed like a simple joke.
There's another name you might know me by.
Star-Lord. Who?
Who doesn't love baby Groot? You know what, can we just watch this on repeat?
Oh my gosh, I'm actually crying from the Star-Lord part. Oh wow.
I wish I was Groot.
Alright, Guardians of the Galaxy, let's see how you did. Wow, what a bunch of really consistent high scores. These a-holes got a whole lot of style and technique to spare. And speaking of a-holes, the Guardians were able to put aside their differences, earning the film the token of friendship.
And also, this movie really appeals to the mature adults, not towards 20 plus years old. It's more towards the 30 plus, 40 plus years olds who really have kids already, who are in society, who have kids, who are going through parenthood, and really miss the good old days of being a child. A good target audience.
But will friendship be enough to topple Neo from the top spot? Let's go over to Leaderboard and find out. Guardians of the Galaxy rising, beating its fellow Marvel bro Captain America, settling in at number 3. Groot-tastic. Let us know in the comments who else you'd like to see compete for the title spot, and be sure to come back real soon as another competitor fights for the title of Film Legends.
Yo ho, a Film Legends title for me. Is the next challenger ready?
Hey theorists, thanks for watching. If you've missed any of the other episodes of Film Legends, click here to go check them out, or click here to check out our video on the hidden meaning in Guardians of the Galaxy over on the Wisecrack channel. See you next time.
Well, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you find this video very interesting and just awesome to watch. It's very enjoyable and entertaining. And I actually cried at the end, so yeah, that's. Anyways, if you do like this video, please remember to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And comment down below if you have anything to share with us. The ending was very heartwarming. The video was a good video. Anyways, if you do like this video, okay, I mentioned that video, right? So, anyways, like, share, subscribe, comment, follow, and I hope to see you in my next video. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you so much for your support. Sincere, gratitude to it. Thank you. Anyways, if you do like this video, I mentioned that before. Sorry, my mind's a bit here away from the tears, from the emotions. And I hope to see you in my next video. But hey, that's just a legend, a film legend. Thanks for watching. Thank you. Thank you so much. Hope to see you in my next video. Subscribe.